RVK Live. You can see what happens when Jordan Ty Curry is not here. Things do not go smoothly, but we're figuring it out. We're not completely helpless. I think we got it going. I think we got it recording. The thing crashed on me earlier, so I really hope that does not mean that it didn't save what we recorded earlier.
That's all right. It's all right. We'll just keep going right now.
But, yeah.
We'll just keep going, all right?
Let me turn that down. We're
here in the building. Look, RVK in the building. Football season is over. Now we have basketball season. We're down to the Final Four, which is crazy that Texas Tech, the team that we beat in the Big 12 tournament, is also in the Final Four. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Even though I knew they were good, I didn't think they were that good. I really didn't think they were that good. I was not expecting them to end up in the Final Four. But that defense is smothering. And Chris Beard, by the way, deserves to get more respect as a coach.
He really does. He really does.
It's going to cost
and the fact that they've played, like, for me, I don't want to say they're our Cinderella, but they're a Texas is much different than us.
No, I think we're in a better spot than them.
That's what I'm talking about. The fact that they make it to the Final Four gives us hope. What did you tell me about the number of players that left them last year, and yet this year they're back in the Final Four? What did you tell me?
Oh, Michael Witt says. So, about them being in the Final Four?
Yeah, you said Texas Tech lost a bunch of players.
Yeah, they lost, I think, 4 or 5 players from that team that went to the Elite Eight, and they're in the Final Four. It says Chris Beard is an excellent coach. It says that the players bought in. It says he did a good job recruiting. It says he did everything that you're supposed to do. And it also says that Texas Tech is going to need a Brinks truck to keep Chris Beard in Lubbock. Real quick, Kyle Dalton. Do we really think Sags is leaving? Now, that is a great question. I questioned all year why he would be on the bench. Why would he stay supporting West Virginia, traveling with West Virginia, if he wasn't going to come back? However, he said today he made a thank you post on Instagram, which last year when he tested NBA waters, he did not make a thank you post on Instagram. So I asked Eric Bart today, am I reading too much into it? And you're going to have to listen to the interview to get the answer.
Absolutely. I will
Coach Martin made me feel so much better about the 2019-2020 season. You guys are not going to want to miss this. So it's a wait and see kind of thing for Kyle. It's a wait and see kind of thing. But again, the number to call, the number to text, if you want to text, if you want us to call you, 707-300-7235. Let me see what we got over here.
Here's the thing with Sags, like, we would love if he came back. Like, it'd be a humongous thing if Sags came back. Can you imagine Culver, Sags, Shwebway, all these dudes in the mix? It would be amazing.
Emmett Matthews, Jordan McCabe.
I was talking about the big men, but
you're right. Front court would be dope.
McCabe, Matthews, Haley, all them dudes coming in. It would be amazing. But we'll have to see what his decision is, because I don't fault a kid who wants to go test the waters. Like, if he gets in there and somehow they tell him that he is a first-round pick, I get it. I totally get it.
First round pick for sure. I mean, if he's a first round pick for sure, he's got a. There's no reason to come back to, unless you think you could be a lottery pick, because that's a difference in guaranteed money, and that's the big thing that people don't realize. But Sags said professional basketball. He didn't say the National Basketball Association,
which is the difference. Because I promise, most of the time when I think about professional basketball, I think about NBA, and
I only think NBA.
No, that's not the case.
It's not the case. There's a lot of professional basketball where people make good money. We got a lot of Mountaineers, including the Mountaineers are going to be on the TVT. But real quick, again, I want to give a shout out to sports fans, WV, Chad Rogers having a huge event, Mountaineer Madness, Trevon Wesco, David Sills, Gary Jennings, David Long, Will Greer, all going to be in the building in Taze Valley, signing autographs, taking pictures. Make sure you get your tickets. Make sure you get your setup. We got Butcher J, Chad Rogers. Oh, yeah.
I was just about to say
Chad Rogers there, Butcher's there. I want to know what you all think about the Final Four while I'm down here in Charlottesville working. I think that this is going to be a boring Final Four because there's going to be a lot of defense between Michigan State, Texas Tech, and Virginia. I think that Auburn's the exciting team, but their best player is hurt. I think that Jeremy and I were just discussing this.
You said their best player is hurt, but they beat Kentucky with their best player hurt.
They
so
did.
Bruce Pearl, despite all the cheating that he has done, look, don't get it twisted.
Cheater, pumpkin eater, and lots of other things he can do.
Look, don't get it twisted, man. They have a person on staff that is under investigation that's probably going to go to jail after all this. You can say what you want. I'm saying Bruce Pearl, you're a cheater.
And well, it's not just saying that because of this situation. He cheated at Tennessee. And then the big thing was he lied about it. That involved Aaron Kraft, by the way, who ended up at Ohio State. And prior to that, he basically snitched, set some dude up to bust him cheating, turned him in, and said he would do the same thing again.
6'9".
And then here he is. Yeah, 6'9".
Snitch on everybody.
Shout out to Takashi.
Right?
We're having technical issues, Michael. What's going on?
But here's the fact. The fact of the matter is, Bruce Pearl is in the Final Four once again. He's in the Final Four. All these teams that have never been in the Final Four are in the Final Four. It's been exciting. The Sweet 16 came down to I don't know how many points out of all the Sweet 16 matchups or the Elite 8 matchups.
No, the Elite 8. The Elite 8 was one of the best Elite 8s that I can remember.
Really was. I kept saying Sweet 16. I meant Elite 8.
No, you're right. But
say what you want about the Cinderellas. These games were good. Purdue, Virginia. Oh my goodness, it was good.
No, you're right.
So here we are.
I thought Purdue had him, by the way.
A few times, man.
Phone call time.
So we're about to call somebody out. We're about to see what they have to say. Let's go. It's dialing. It's dialing. It's ringing.
Do you hear it, though?
Phone call time. So we're about to call somebody out. We're about to see what they have to say.
It says it's ringing, but.
Let's go. It's dialing. It's dialing. It's ringing.
Hello.
Looks like the speaker's off.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you're not even close.
I'm looking.
Are you there?
So it's ringing. It looks like it's picked up. If you can hear us, we can't hear you yet.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Here he is.
I can totally hear you.
It's Jen.
What's up, fellas?
Well, we're just
That's
talking.
right. Well, you know.
Well, we were just talking to Coach Eric Martin, and we asked him about SAGs point blank.
What's up, fellas? Yeah.
Well, we're just talking.
And what do you say?
You're going to have to listen to the interview.
Good try, Jen.
Oh,
Good
well.
try.
Okay, well, that's okay. You know, I can do that now that I'm a domesticated housewife and stay-at-home mom. So, let me tell you, this is an adjustment. So, but it's been fun. It's been fun. Harlan's a blast. So, you know, except for today because he had to get a whole bunch of shots and all that stuff. But he was repping his blue and gold today. So, you know, he took it like a true mountaineer.
Love it. Next generation. Next generation.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, this next generation, they're going to be very pumped up and inspired because we're going to be winning national championships over again with Neil Brown and
that's right.
No, that's right. It's going to be different. Like we've struggled.
Absolutely.
We've struggled through the Final Fours, the Elite Eight. People get injured.
That's right.
Losing to our
the 2007, yeah.
That we won't mention.
Exactly.
When he comes along, or when she comes along, like it's going to be great.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. Yeah, I'm interested about the SAGs thing because I would assume that his draft stock is going to be lower than it was last year. 100%. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's intriguing to me.
Hey, let us call you back. We got some technical difficulties we got to figure out.
Okay, all right, call me back. All right, bye.
Remember that point. All right, so we're going to call Jen back. She had a lot of good points. Talking about SAGs. Because last year he tested the waters too, and it didn't necessarily go the way he wanted. Well, is the live feed going out?
No, it's doubling up. That's why you could hear us.
Yeah, so we're going to go again. So once again, we're here on Facebook Live talking. Real talk, Jay and Fiend. SAGs declared last year, and he decided to come back, which was great, but he got hurt, so he didn't play any of this year. Our team showed fight in the Big 12 tournament. Culver, man. Culver talked about what it would be like with him and SAGs on the same court at the same time. Oh, that means he's testing the waters, which me and Brandon have always talked about, is a good thing. Like, if you're a player, why wouldn't you test it? Why wouldn't you see what the NBA had to offer? Now, for me, being selfish as a Mountaineer fan, I hope he comes back because I dream of a world with Sags and Culver and Sweetway and, oh my goodness, as our front court. What a front court that would be. I feel like immediately you could put us into the Elite Eight or the Final Four. But we'll see what it actually transpires to. And we'll see if Sags actually comes back because he is a good talent. There's no question, man. He can block shots. He's athletic. Offensively, he needs to work on his game, but right now, defensively, man, he looks good. He looks good. Maybe he's not the tallest of the bunch, but he has a long wingspan, and once again, he goes and gets it above the rim. So we'll see where it goes, but if he can come back, man, that'd be big for West Virginia sports. Oscar Tshiebwe too, man. He's coming in. High school All-American, McDonald's All-American. And I said this in my blog that I posted. He is not hype. If you watch the show, if you watch YouTube, if you watch him play, this kid is really, really real. Man, he plays ball. He is just a straight up good dude, man. Like he is real. He's for real. Sometimes people come in and you think, oh, are they good or they're not good? Everybody's talking about him. Tshiebwe, Oscar is the realest. He's the realest of the real. So when he comes in, that'd be huge. Culver with another year. The first year he was in here as a freshman, man, he almost averaged a double-double, man. The dude was pulling their rebounds insanely. And now he's going to have another year. So that's the reason why I think, man, if Sags comes back, it's going to be amazing. And that's where we are. Like, it's a year for hope. It's a year for us to get back up on our grind. Yeah, we lost a lot of players. Yeah, a lot of players went to the transfer protocol. Portal. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, real quick, I think I got to figure it out. I called Jordan. Had to call Jordan. Jordan's in the Florida Keys. He was gracious enough on his vacation to help us.
Vacation.
Hey, and you know what he told me, Jeremy? Just mute.
It's too easy.
Press mute. All right, so I think we got it fixed, guys. I think we got it fixed.
Let's call Jen back.
So we can call Jen back.
We'll call Jen back. Get back to the process. But we've lost a lot of players. But it seems like Coach Huggins and Eric Martin, the assistant coach, seem like they have it well in hand. They know what's about to come about. They know what's going to be.
They're ready for it.
Yeah, you know what the challenges are. I really would be surprised if I don't expect us ever to go back to the CBI.
They're ready for it.
Yeah.
So I mean, not as long as Hugs is here.
Hey man, I expect us to play ball. I expect us to be a good team. So.
And now it's ringing. I can hear it.
So we're calling Jen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think so. I hear you now, but can you hear us?
So we're calling Jen.
Yes, I can hear you.
Now you hear us, right?
All right. Okay, yes. Okay, so Sags, okay, we're going to deal with that. Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. Hello?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Yes, I got to change something else.
Okay, we're going to deal with that. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
I know what it is. I got to mute you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We can hear you clear, but like we got some like reverberation.
I can hear you.
So, yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yes, I heard that.
I fixed it. I'm a champion.
Hey, you're the man.
I'm the man.
You are the champion.
I pressed the mute button.
Okay, so Jeremy, you're awesome. Hey Jeremy, I got to know. So what is going to be the record that we need to have next year in football to make you happy in Neil Brown's first year?
Ooh, that's a good question. And she said, Jeremy, it made me feel special.
Because you're my resident optimist. So
no, I absolutely look. It's 12-0 every single year.
Well, actually,
but this year, I honestly feel like Neil Brown. Because I drink too much Kool-Aid, man. I really need to get on a diet.
I know, I hear you.
Honestly, I don't expect. I feel like we're gonna be pleasantly surprised with a 10-2 year. Is that okay with you, Jen?
That is okay with me. I mean, I'm gonna be, but I mean, what's gonna be acceptable to you, though?
All right, so I want 10-2. I will take 9-3. Anything but 8-4. 9-3, I will be happy with. 8-4, I will say. I mean, it's okay. And it's his first year. I will take 8-4. I want at least 9-3. That's my opinion.
But
wow,
that's a lot to me.
That's a lot. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to be happy with, like, if we got to a bowl game, I'm going to be happy.
Okay, we'll go.
Chad Rogers says, Jeremy, do not be crazy.
Jeremy, don't be crazy.
Jerry, I'm trying to talk you down the ledge a little bit so you can still enjoy the season and, not cause yourself to have a heart attack and all that stuff.
I'm a Mountaineer fan. No. I'm a fan.
I know.
I'm a fanatic. So
that's true. Your arteries are made of steel.
Look, have you ever seen he's just not that into you, and he's just not into you? They always tell you, well, this team, this person did this,
yeah.
And that's why it can work out for you. It's the exception, not the rule.
Yep.
Look, I'm trying to be the exception,
yeah.
John, okay?
Yes.
Every year I go and be the exception. Well, last year we started out 5-0. This year I'm going to run hard. I'm going to rock hard. I'm going to take shots when anybody who wants to take shots in the pre-game hard because.
Nice.
Well, I mean, not if we have press credentials, you won't.
Maybe I will, okay? You don't even
Bob
know.
Hertel does.
I'm just saying.
I love it.
Enjoy the wins when they come. And just enjoy being Mountaineer fan every single year. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I'm on the 8-4 train, but I hope to be pleasantly surprised. Marcus Sims has not been practicing. That is an interesting development. We actually didn't talk about that on the show, Jay. So
well, you know what though? I'm okay with that. I feel like we're still going to be pretty deep at receivers. So, I'm excited for Sam James.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Tyrone Carrier. When I talked to him last year, we were out at Bartini Prime, and he was talking about the receivers, and one of his frustrations was he felt like they didn't always have the killer instinct. He said, "Do you know who does?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Sam James."
Did she say Sam James?
I like it.
Did she say St. James?
Sam.
Because I thought she said St. James.
Well, no, he's Sam, but you never know. He could turn out to be a saint. That could be his nickname. I mean, who knows?
Might be the Bartles and James making you think you heard St. James.
No, I'm just saying. You said St. James. By the way, this is like who's our backup reporter who played in the bowl game? What's his name again?
Jack Allison.
Jack Allison. Everybody want to give him names. I hope he's Captain Jack. I hope he's Jack the Ripper. I don't know if he's going to be, but until he is, his name is Jack Allison.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Don't give them a nickname till they earn the nickname.
No, that's a good call, but I like nicknames. Bobby Huggins yelled at me. He was like, why can't, when we were talking about Neil Brown, I was like, what do you like better, downtown Neil Brown or, whatever it was? And he was like, why can't he just be coach? And I was like,
Huggy, you aren't coach.
Yeah,
okay?
you're Huggy Bear. You get to be Huggy Bear.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly right. But yeah, I'm feeling positive about this upcoming season. I'm feeling positive. Jeremy, you should feel positive. I think it's going to be nice.
I always feel positive till I feel suicidal.
You always feel positive until we lose, and then you are the most you are the most angry person, yes, once we lose.
I get in my feelings because, look, passion.
But that's okay. I get it.
Yes, I say a million times, passion works both ways. So when I'm passionate and we lose, my feelings are hurt. And here's the thing. If we're supposed to win, if we lose, my feelings are hurt. So, all right,
yeah.
Jen, be for real.
Yes.
What is the most exciting game you're looking forward to? Is it the NC State game with what's his name? The quarterback.
No, I mean Missouri with Kelly Bryant.
Kelly Bryant, but is Jalen Hurts? Where's Jalen Hurts go?
Oklahoma.
Oh, excuse me.
He went to Oklahoma.
All right. So what game are you most excited to see this year?
Oklahoma, just because I want to beat them. I want to freaking beat them so bad, and I just that was the one thing I just couldn't stomach was Dana constantly losing to Oklahoma.
What will you do if Houston, Dana's new team, upsets Oklahoma in the first game this year? Because they play them the very first game, Houston versus Oklahoma.
I know. I'd be livid. But I would also get over it very quickly because
I would get over very quickly. I would be mad for life. I would be mad for life.
All right, so they lost sound. Somebody. Can you hear us on YouTube, Jen?
Yes.
You can hear us on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on.
Yes, I can still hear you, so I don't know what's going on. But I probably Oklahoma because maybe this is the year that we finally beat them. So that's the game I'm looking forward to the most. Although NC State will be fun.
Hey Jen, be for real, man.
Yes.
What is the I said be for real, man. What's the best game you've ever been to? Mountaineer game you've ever been to?
Oh, that I've ever been to? Well, the one I had the most fun at, one I had most fun at was when we hosted Oklahoma. What was that, 2008? Or not Oklahoma, I'm sorry, Auburn.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was 2008, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was fun. I had a lot of fun at that game. And you know what? I haven't done? I've only been to one bowl game, and I have not been to an away game since we've been in the Big 12. So I'm hoping to change that in the near future. But like now my parents are retired. They went to Texas this year, and I think they're going to go to Baylor next year. So
it's awesome.
I got to get on that train.
I feel like away games. Mountaineer fans at home are family, but when you go away from home and you're at an away game, the family is so much more close.
Yeah.
When you see them at gas stations, when you see them at hotels, when you see them outside stadium, it's real family.
Can't wait to experience it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And I actually, the most exciting game I ever went to, let's be honest, that was when we played Louisville, and was it 2005?
Yeah, 2005.
That Pat White's coming out party. Yeah, that was the best game ever.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Were you there for Chris Henry beating Maryland? I say Chris Henry. The Mountaineers beat Maryland at home.
That was the year before.
No, I was in the Air Force when that happened. I was in the Air Force when that happened, so no.
No, it's good. It was great. When he threw the ball straight up in the air, it was a great game.
What's up, Tim Wolf?
Yeah.
By the way,
I did see it, thankfully.
That game with the Chris Henry game, I stormed the field because I thought everybody was storming the field, and it turned out that I was the only one who stormed the field.
There was one person who stormed the field that game.
It was just me, and I was nearly arrested.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, Mikey and Jerry left me high and dry.
No, we were over the side saying, come back.
But I couldn't hear him. How could I hear him over 60,000 people?
He thought we were cheering him on. He started dancing. We're like, no, come back. There's a big dude behind you. Come on.
I felt the biggest hand I've ever felt in my entire life.
That's hilarious. I'm actually surprised it wasn't Mikey that did that, but.
Yeah, no, actually.
That's great.
All right, Jen, we're going to let you go.
That was hilarious.
We got another call request, but thank you for texting in.
Okay.
And supporting the RVK.
Absolutely.
Hey, and by the way, I got something to tell you
Absolutely.
off air. So I'll talk to you later.
And we love
Okay,
Jen
sounds good.
Take
All
care,
right,
Harlan.
talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye.
And say what's up to Phil.
Ryan, I said I meant Ryan. I meant Phil.
All right, so we're calling Tim Wolf now. Let me dial that up.
Jen is a diehard. She's one of the top 10 diehard Mountaineer fans for sure. Love it. So we're gonna call Mr. Wolf. It was good though.
I think we picked up on that. Yeah, that was good.
There was so many
very
good games.
spirited conversation. You guys, thank you for bearing with us through these technical difficulties. Thank you so much.
I ain't worried about that, right?
Because I'm over here scrambling, getting messages, people saying they can't.
I'm talking.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, Tim?
I'm living the dream. How about yourself?
Well, you tried to pull an April Fool's on us by saying that you weren't going to get your master's degree. Did not work, my friend. I was not fooled.
That's right. You and Pat White tried to pull April Fool's
and
on
by
us.
the way, Jeremy, Stevie Wonder called. He wants his glasses back.
Oh, look at that.
Man, why did everybody keep going?
I don't know.
Shots. Before I had my like Bret Hart's on my and
your Will Greer's.
Will Greer's and John Covey Cole said, "Hey, look, the 1980s with their sunglasses back."
And now Stevie Wonder wants his back. What's up? So Tim, what's going on?
Hey, real quick, I actually right after I posted that, I had just got back from the bookstore. I actually bought my cap and gown and pleasantly surprised. I only had to pay $68 for a gown. I'm going to only wear one.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Hey, Nerd A wanted his book pass back.
He got his cap and gown for graduation. That's what he
just said.
I noticed that. I was wondering.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
So we were, you guys were already touched on, obviously on Sagabah, but Brandon, you and I talked several times through the season about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, when the announcement came out today, I was like, at first, like, what the heck is he thinking? And then I read about there's that new NCAA rule. I don't know if you guys have already touched on this as well, where the guy he can. What's that?
We didn't talk about it. Nope.
Okay, well, the player can now hire an agent, go through the entire process, and if he's not drafted, he has until 5 o'clock Monday after the draft to let go of his agent and announce that he's returning back to school. So, what point, at what point do people need to stop, freaking out and realize that Sagaba is really just doing his due diligence? That he just needs to hear it. I think he just needs to hear it from the NBA people that, hey, you need to go back.
So we just interviewed Eric Martin, Coach Eric Martin, assistant coach with the men's basketball team. And he told us I won't tell you what he told us. You'll have to listen to it for yourself.
Sure.
On Thursday. That said, the point I made to him was Sags made an Instagram announcement this time thanking Mountaineer Nation, and he didn't do that last time. Sags talked about playing professional basketball. He did not say the NBA.
Yeah.
And professional basketball is a lot bigger than just the NBA. So, to me, this year is different than just testing the waters. However, Coach Martin said some very, very interesting things regarding the Sagaba Konate situation. He did not hold back. He did not pull any punches. He kept it 100% real with us. Real quick, I want to say this to Kyle Dalton, Tim. Just give me a second. You might have seen this already.
Yeah.
Pat White mentioned that he was the coach at BSU. That was an April Fool's joke. I think he meant BSU, like BS. But
yeah, and the thing with the Sagaba is I don't know if he's going pro or not, but the truth of the matter is it's a whole new world. I keep singing it over and over again, where because you can come back even if you hire an agent or get with an agent, why not test the waters? Why not see what they have? Now, for me, looking at last year, they didn't have him projected as a first, few rounds pick. And now this year, without playing, he played 10 games in the entire year? I can't see.
Coach Martin said he hasn't played since December 8th.
I can't see them saying, you have a higher draft grade than what you did last year. I see him coming back. But the truth is, as a player, why would you not explore your options, do everything that you can if it means making money, depending on where you are financially in life and your family is financially in life?
Well, especially since they told him to work on a shot, and he posted an Instagram video yesterday, I believe it was, of him draining 3 after 3 after 3 after 3.
I didn't see him during the game, though.
He did do that during the game.
I seen him shoot him.
Yeah, he was making 3s during the game.
Yeah, a few of them. He wasn't.
But he didn't play. He didn't play, but 4 games or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
So it'd be hard to know. But if you get into those camps and you're doing those drills and you're hitting those 3s, that's the difference between this year and last year.
Yeah, we'll see. But I honestly,
because all it takes is one scout to fall in love with you, and one GM to take a flyer and say, "Yeah, we're willing to take the risk for you to be a pick."
I'm not look. I'm not in the inner circle. I expect him to be back, but I understand.
So you do expect him to be back?
I do.
Man, Eric Martin, man, he got to you, huh?
Look, I'm telling you.
Well, here's the thing. You know what, Joe, gentlemen? Let me jump in here again real quick, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
When you stop and think about it, why wouldn't he go pro now? I mean, and when I say that is that he's not going to go pro. Because it doesn't make sense, and I want to reference back to what you and I talked about a couple times, Brandon. If he was going to leave, why did he stick around? Why did he go on the trips? Why did he sit on the bench, and so on and so forth? That's not, to me, that's not the behavior of someone who had the intention of leaving at the end of the season. It makes no sense. But then again, we're not the ones in his ear. We're not his family. We don't know the ins and outs and the needs of his family. So we don't know. So we don't know if he's going to turn around and, from no disrespect to the man, but we don't know if he's going to pull a Devin Williams and leave a year early than he should, really.
And I agree with you. Like, this is what me and Brandon were talking about. Like, you haven't listened to the show, but I just said, maybe everybody gets mad at Beetle for leaving early, and people get mad at people not sticking it through.
But are people mad at Beetle?
I feel like they are.
No,
because he left.
Isn't Beetle graduating though?
Yeah, Beetle's graduating. That's another difference.
But he left early. He decided he was transferring before the last game
because they said he was done for the season.
Maybe Sag said,
"Look, he was
I'm going to sit here.
He wasn't going to play again."
Yeah.
But maybe, look, so was Sags. Sags said, look, I'm going to cheer on my team and be with my team. He's doing everything that everybody says. Look, if you're part of the team, be part of the team. And then at the end of the year, he decides he's going to go
No,
pro.
that's not, Jeremy, you keep saying that. I didn't hear anybody say that. All I heard people say was play. Play or leave is what people kept saying.
No, but I heard
Everybody
people
kept
say,
saying
at least stick it
play.
out to the end of the year.
They said play or leave. I didn't hear nobody saying cheer on your team. In fact, people were mad that he was. I kept hearing people say. Did you see Sags jumping around when he made that 3? If you can jump like that, then you can play. I didn't hear anybody saying
people were ridiculous.
stick it out and celebrate your team. I didn't hear anybody saying any of what
I
you were
heard people
saying.
saying be loyal to your team and finish the
Yeah,
year.
they be loyal meant
Well,
play.
at least in football, they talk about Will Grill at least sticking to the end of the year, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Adam W., what kind of year do you both expect in basketball next season? What do you think, Tim?
Next year in basketball,
Yeah.
20 to 25 wins.
20 to 25 wins. You're thinking we're going to go from 21 losses to 20 to 25
He said
wins?
last night I took an L. Today I bounced back. That's what he said.
That's what Tim Wolf said. You heard it here first.
Brandon, real
Yes,
quick.
sir.
What do you think?
I'm thinking we're going to win in the team.
Doesn't matter what you think, jabroni. Win it matter.
He got him. He got him. Bring him up.
Oh, my goodness. That's twice on this show. Tim,
Hey, real quick,
you are now banned from the show forever.
Tim, you come on, whatever you want, as long as you don't get me with that.
Man, that was
When
excellent.
it comes to football, you got to be realistic. 8 if you're talking upper echelon, at the best 10, 8 to 10 when it comes to football this year.
That's what I'm thinking. I can't see us winning more than 10, and I think 8 and 4 is what we're going to be. I don't think we'll be any worse than 6 and 6.
We got to be realistic. Yeah, because I remember I was born and raised here in Morgantown, so I've been through all the coaching changes from when Coach Neal came through and whatnot. So when Coach Stu took over, that was an emotional hire. And then when Coach Holgerson came in, it was just like, okay, Coach Holgerson's here now. And now we have this euphoria with Coach Brown and the whole situation, that encompasses and whatnot. So people need to temper their expectations, okay? The team is still pretty much the same as it was last year with the addition of 19, 20 gentlemen that are now on the team. So it's not like we're going from world beaters and adding a couple more bullets into the chamber. So we need to temper expectations. Keep the enthusiasm, keep the spirit where it is. But at the same time, we have to temper expectations, because if we go into it expecting to be, 10, 11, 12 game winners, and we only win 7, 8 at the most, then what's that going to say, about Mountaineer Nation? What are we then going to hear?
No, I appreciate you saying that, but I've said this 1,000 times. Brandon, what's fan short for?
Fanatic.
And there's a reason why we're not Pitt. Because Pitt people don't care. We're emotional. We're invested.
No. The reason we're not Pitt is because we read and worry. That's why we're not Pitt.
Tim with the fire tonight.
Okay.
Tim with the fire tonight.
Okay.
Hey guys, I got to head to the library and get ready to study. But you two are the epitome of Mountaineer Nation. Hail West Virginia, and lowercase PITT. So y'all
Thank you
take
so
care
much,
of yourself.
Tim.
That's
And
my
thank
guy.
you for calling in. Even
All right,
though
bye
he hit
now.
me with the rock. See you later. He hit me with the rock,
Bye.
Jay.
No, he hit me in the very beginning. Look,
Yeah, he got us both. I almost feel like it's a straight setup.
Look,
All right, Adam W says, I think 20.
Hey, no, real quick with Adam W. Tim, we're going to come out with why we hate Tim. Next year,
Why
look,
we
get
hate
ready
Tim
for
Wolf.
Tim Wolf.
No. So Adam W says, I think 20 to 25 wins as well, with a Sweet 16 at the very least. No Kool-Aid involved.
No, that's a lie.
Adam W.
He said no Kool-Aid involved.
No Kool-Aid. How about moonshine? Is there any moonshine involved, Adam?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, you
At
straight
the
up.
least? The man said at the least. Hey, I hope you're right.
That's
I hope you're right.
there.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope you laugh at me. I hope you mock me. I hope you berate me.
He said no.
I hope you tell me I
Kool-Aid.
told you so. I hope everything you believe is true. I do.
Brandon, he said no Kool-Aid. Let's be for real. I appreciate it. Look, I hope you're right. Like Brandon said, I hope you're right.
But
Especially if Sax goes pro.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Bruce Pearl? Bruce Pearl in the Final Four.
We talked about Bruce Pearl, but we never talked about Coach K.
I mean, all right, let's get to Coach K.
Because Zion asked for $100,000 from Kansas, and then he went to Duke.
I thought about that.
And that's on tape. That's not conjecture. I'm not making that up. So what does that really mean? Why is nobody talking about that? Duke had the number 1, number 2, number 3 recruits, and couldn't make the Final Four.
Was it Barrett? Is it Barrett, the other dude?
Yeah, R.J. Barrett.
Mr. I can't make free throws.
Choke
artist. What, did you play for Pitt? Choke artist. Real talk. I can't believe that. No, not Pitt. Who's the team who lost in the last? Oh, VT.
Virginia Tech choked harder. That was the best. Virginia Tech choked harder than anybody. By the way, but first, shout to Butch Williams for that play call. What a play call.
Williams, yes.
What did I call him?
Butch
Williams. Buzz Williams. Shout to him. That was a perfect play call.
Amazing play call. Wide open.
The pass was
one-on-one with the
pass
rim.
was almost perfect. If it was perfect, it would have been a
no,
dunk.
It wasn't
if it was
perfect,
perfect, it would have been dunk.
Duke
but it was close enough.
But Brandon, when he caught the ball and all he had to do was put it back, I mean, I can't say anything else but shriveled up.
Can you imagine if that was West Virginia, Jeremy?
I said, can you imagine?
Can you imagine if that was a Mountaineer who did that?
I keep saying, can you imagine if that was Issa?
Somebody said they can't
that?
imagine. They were like, I don't have to imagine. I remember seeing it.
But in the tournament, if Issa would have missed that putback like that, I can't imagine.
Kyle Dalton brings up a good question, Jeremy. You tell me what you think.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Zion. Well, he just said Ja Morant will be the best player. Who do you say, Ja Morant or Zion Williamson?
John who?
Ja Morant, the dude who had a triple double for Missouri State I want to say Missouri State, but it's not Missouri State. The dude who jumped out of the gym, Highlight City.
Good for him.
Everybody said he built his draft stock the most. Multiple people saying he's going to be the number 1 pick. Saying he reminds him of a more athletic De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Proved he could consistently shoot the three. Murray State.
Look.
Do you know who he played last year in the NCAA tournament?
Oh.
West Virginia.
Good for him.
We locked his butt up with Javon Carter.
Look, we locked his butt up with Javon Carter. I know he didn't just ask that as a real question.
Jeremy,
I've seen Zion catch the ball in the block, outside the paint, and dunk it wherever he wants it to. Wherever he wants to. Zion is the number 1 pick.
What position is he going to play?
I don't care. Zion, like this is not a debate. Zion wins.
I don't agree. I think it is a debate.
Pick.
I think it is a debate. Ja Morant proved to me.
There was a time where I debated LeBron James or Carmelo Anthony coming out of college.
That was a legitimate.
I love Dwayne Wade coming out of Marquette. Now looking at their NBA careers, there's no debate.
There's no debate, but like
Zion Williams is the same way.
Jeremy,
I feel like once he gets to the NBA, there will be no debate.
Remember, that's what you're saying. You're saying after over a decade of data, there's no debate. You're saying with no data, there is no debate. Even LeBron James, you said, was a debate between him and Carmelo.
I felt like Carmelo was better than LeBron.
The ceiling is a roof.
Carmelo was better than LeBron coming out of high school. But the ceiling for LeBron was way higher than Carmelo, which we end up seeing, which people appreciated. Zion Williams, what I see with him is very raw talent. Dude, he can't even shoot threes as well.
Threes. Yeah, not as well.
There's a lot of things he can't do as well. What happens when this 19-year-old gets it? For me, there is no question. My pick, and this is just me, is Zion.
I think it depends on where he goes, too. Because a lot of it, because you look at, I look at the Timberwolves, and I look at the talent they had, and they stink. And I don't understand it.
I don't think this is like Williamson, I feel like the NBA.
If Zion Williamson ends up with the Knicks, he's going to be terrible.
I feel like the NBA and the NFL are different. NFL, if you don't get with the right team,
you're right.
You kill your career. NBA, it's like if you don't get the right team, okay, wait 4 years, and they'll get somebody who will pick you up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Kemba Walker, the guy you keep talking about.
Kemba Walker.
That nobody even knows about.
I love Kemba so much.
But nobody even sees him.
I love him with the Bobcats. But also the dude from Milwaukee, Giannis, who's probably going to win the MVP. He goes to Milwaukee, the Bucks.
Yeah.
So I feel like the NBA and the NFL are two different things.
No, you're right.
And I feel like if Zion goes wherever he goes, he's going to be a young Charles Barkley.
Herd haters in the building. Wants to see what's on the hat.
Herd hater
in the building. RVK. You know what? We haven't even talked about this. These RVK hats are up for bid. They are up for auction. There are 10. There have been 10 bids on them. There have been more than 10 bids, but there are 10 winners right now. You have until May the 1st to bid on a hat. The minimum bid is $25. But let me just assure you that it's beyond that now. It's not stupid, though. It's not like hundreds of dollars. You make a bid, direct message, and then we can tell you whether you won or not by May the 2nd.
Absolutely.
May the 1st is the deadline. But shout out to Herd Hater. Adam W., I want to say this real quick. He keeps saying Culver was almost unstoppable by himself. What are they going to do with Schwebwe? The question is, does Schwebwe have a mid-range game or an outside game? Otherwise, you just clog the middle and bring double teams to both players.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
The difference is when Culver sits down, you don't have other players coming in to be
Logan Route.
Yeah, I didn't say any names.
We like Logan. Hey, Logan.
But Schwebwe at McDonald's All-American is a little bit better.
The other thing is Herd Hater. We got to get him back on. Yeah. We didn't forget about Herd Hater.
Hey, Herd Hater. Can we call you? Let us know if we can call you. Just send us a message, and if we can call you, I'll give you a call. Because it's been a while. It's been a long time. We should have left you without a Herd Hater to step to. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm real curious. Kyle says, imagine the big three of Zion, KD, and Kyrie in New York. That actually could work because the spacing would be right.
No,
the only problem here's the big problem.
Because you don't have a big three, you have a big four. You have KD.
I know who you're going to say.
You have Zion.
Yeah.
You have Irvin. And you have
Porzingis.
Porzingis is gone.
Oh.
The fourth.
Who is the fourth? For
the owner who's going to tank everything.
Jim Dolan.
He's terrible.
Jim Dolan.
Jim Dolan is always
I hate Jim Dolan.
Jim Dolan. When you add Jim Dolan to any, you could have LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan
in their prime.
And Jim Dolan
and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It's not going to work out.
They would still find a way to lose.
You say I know who you're gonna say. No, you.
I said Porzingis. I don't know what I was thinking, man.
Dolan, man. Jim Dolan is the worst. The
worst. Shout to Mona Lisa. Shout to John Raffio.
John Raffio, for real.
No, but let me see. Sorry, I missed something. Let's see, who is that?
You go ahead and look at that, but. Man, I've wished for so long that my Knicks would be good. Like, I'm telling you, I grew up during the 90s, and the Knicks were my squad. And the whole time the Knicks were my squad, do you know what everybody else in school squad was? The Bulls. I went through some hard times. Growing up.
We went through a whole life was hard times.
Growing up, I had two. Look, my dad cheated. We had two football teams.
3.
The Chiefs
3.
And the Giants.
And the Jets.
Growing up, who won all the Super Bowls? The Cowboys, the Giants' rival. Later on in life, during junior high school, who won the Super Bowls? The Broncos, not the Chiefs. Hey, we were Mets fans. Look, my great-grandparents, you could see Shea Stadium for where they lived.
Corona, New York.
That's right. And who won all 90s while we were growing up?
Yankees.
The Braves.
Well, they won our division, but they only won one World Series.
All I know is that all the kids in my school were Braves fans, and they won one World Series.
Braves, Reds, Pirates.
So sick of it.
Zach Deck asked, he says, hey, guys, Zach Deck, of all of our NFL prospects this year, do you guys feel that any of our guys could make an impact on a team right away?
Could just.
Yadni could just. He had
and some receivers, too.
Gary Jennings and David Sills could make an impact right away.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Trevon Wesco can make an impact right away.
I think there's a lot of players on our team this year that are going to make an impact in the NFL.
I think Will Grier in the right place can make an impact. I can't tell you where that would be.
Will Grier is the X factor. Everybody else besides Will Grier, I feel like they're going to make an impact. I don't know if they're going to be all pros or all rookies, I feel like they're going to have significant time playing on the field. Will Grier is different because quarterback position is different. I think that he has great passing accuracy, but we have to see where he
moxie,
goes. Like you said,
he's a leader.
We have to see where he goes to see whether he'll be successful or not.
Man, this is a fun night because everybody's got a lot of good ideas, a lot of good things to say. Adam says Oscar can shoot. I said the same thing. You're right. Culver can shoot. Oscar to me is a more consistent jumper, but that's in high school. That's not in college basketball. So we'll have to wait and see. But all in all, it's going to be a great thing having them. At the very least, even if it's just to spell Culver, which we know is going to be more than that, it's a huge deal. This is a huge deal. It'll be an even bigger deal if Sagaba Konate comes back. So we'll have to wait and see if that actually happens or not. And my dad just messaged, said, quit hating on your pops. We're not hating on you. We're hating on your teams. Your teams, they destroyed us. They physically, mentally, and emotionally scarred us, Dad. I'm sorry, but somebody had to say it. I don't know where Jeremy went, but he'll be back in a little bit. But somebody had to say it, okay? And hopefully I won't do the same thing to my kids. I'm just giving them the Mountaineers. They can choose everything else. I'll let them choose whatever else they want. Just the Mountaineers. The only responsibility they have is to be Mountaineer fans because what else is there besides being a Mountaineer fan? So hopefully we answered your questions. I think David Long. I think David Long could be an impact player right away. Again, if he's in the right place, if he's in a position where they let him play, I think he can. I think he'll be a bit of a specialist. I think he'll be a pass rush guy, a third down kind of guy. But yeah, I mean, he's a missile getting after that quarterback, man. And he's got a nose for the ball. He just got a knack for being there. So I think all the guys can. This is one of the best group draft classes that West Virginia should have, in my opinion, maybe ever. So we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of the draft, why are people in love with Kyler Murray? Because he's lightning fast, has a rocket for an arm, and he's a winner. I don't believe he lost a game in all of high school. Won three state championships in Texas. He went to Oklahoma, wins the Heisman, and takes his team to the playoffs. He's a gifted athlete. That's why he could play baseball as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's why people are in love with Kyler Murray, because he's a freak of nature. Now, he's small, but he measured at 5'10", and he had 10.5-inch hands. And the hand size is what's most important. They'll tell you over and over again, the hand size is most important. Drew Brees and Russell Wilson, guys aren't tall. They're not tall, but they have big hands. Makes a huge difference.
What kind of comment is, why are you in love with Kyler? Have you watched Kyler Murray? Did you watch him throw the ball? Trust me. I wanted to hate on him. I wanted to be like, you're not Baker. I wanted to be like, oh, you're not that great.
You're not Will.
This dude is throwing pinpoint passes. And not only that, when he takes off running, catch him. Catch him if you can. Like, he's not – he is the closest thing to Michael Vick running the ball that I've ever seen. But on the flip side, he throws the ball better than Michael Vick. I'm not –
You mean more accurately.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So – Kyler Murray, I don't know if he's going to be able to be sustained being so small at the quarterback position, taking hits. I don't know about that. I do know he can play quarterback, period.
All right, we're making a phone call. Somebody called us. We missed the call. We're going to call you back. That's
back.
The problem from the show. You name another show that calls you back. ESPN doesn't. Fox doesn't. We do.
Hello.
Who we got here?
All right. It's your boy Dylan from Parkersburg again.
What's up, Dylan?
Red Cup.
What's up?
Well, you can sound a little more enthusiastic next time.
So, what are you guys anticipating about these uniforms coming spring game day?
That's a good question.
Great question. Nobody's asked a uniform question yet. That's a great question. I'm going to go ahead and say there will be no black. I asked Shane Lyons on the way out from the CBI. I said, you still feel that way about the black uniforms? He said, we need black from morning till night because of us losing. I'm anticipating that I think they're going to be Jordan brand, and I think they're going to be more.
Really?
I think they're going to be Jordan brand and more traditional. But I'm just guessing. I don't have any inside information on that. I'm just guessing. What do you?
I think we might bring the gray back.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
I mean, because if you look at it, volleyball, baseball. I mean, a lot of these other sports, basketball, have these great alternates, and I just don't see why there would be any reason not to bring them back.
I'm excited to see what Nike has because Nike every few years comes out with something different. I remember a few years ago, within the last 10 years, they came with like the orange sleeve for jerseys.
Yeah.
I remember all the big teams had it. Only like 8 or 9 teams had it. Then the year after that in college basketball, I remember like UCLA when they played us, their C was like blue and the rest of the UCLA was white. And a few other teams did that. I feel like Nike every few years does something special for a few different teams. I'm excited to see what it is.
So you're saying you think it's going to stay Nike?
I think it's going to be Nike. I don't expect it to be gray. I don't expect it to be black. But I do expect it to be something exclusive that only 10 teams in the country have. And I'm more than excited to see it. If I see shadow on the numbers, like the old Avon Coburn, you're the man. Your jerseys, we're not. If I see shadows, I will be highly irritated. Just
Mike
saying.
Reiser asks, who has the bigger year for the transfer QB, Kelly Bryant, Jalen Hurts, or Justin Fields? What do you say, Dylan?
Well, I mean, we played 2 of them. So, I mean, me personally, I mean, Jalen Hurts, you look back even at the year that he took them all the way to the national championship, even though he wasn't the guy that finished it for him, he still got him there. I mean, he still has that talent, and I think he's still a really good quarterback, and I think he's just going to be that next guy up for Oklahoma, and I think they're going to be dangerous again.
I trust Lincoln Riley's view of quarterbacks. So if he took Jalen Hurts, he obviously believes Jalen Hurts can be high-level national championship caliber talent. And like you said, he's already proven that he can do it. It's like 50 Cent said it. When somebody asked 50 Cent if he can make a hit, he said, of course I can make a hit. I've already done it. I've done it several times.
Good point.
It doesn't matter how long it's been since I did it.
I think Jalen Hurts, and the truth is, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be a good quarterback. I feel like he overthrows receivers at times.
He's not as accurate.
He's not as accurate. He overthrows receivers at times that are very important. For me, I go the dude who went to Ohio State from Georgia, Fields. Is it Fields?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, because every year they produce somebody who's in the Heisman race.
Not only do they produce somebody who's in the Heisman race, they have talent all the way around him. And they've got Ryan Day, who doesn't have the same hang-ups that Urban has.
And they play in the Big Ten. And I'm not saying the Big Ten is watered down. I'm just saying they're not as equipped to play with an offense that is more spread out as some conferences.
Yeah, because Michigan had the #1 defense in the nation for 11 weeks, or 12 weeks, really.
That's right. And what
Ohio State put up, what was it, 70?
It's just a bunch of numbers. Yeah.
So video game numbers. So I'm with Jeremy. I think it's going to be Justin Fields.
No, you didn't say Justin Fields earlier. You said somebody else.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I didn't make a pick. He was talking about Jalen Hurts, and I said, because he said he still believed Jalen Hurts.
He didn't make a pick. Be for real. He didn't make a pick.
No, I didn't make a pick.
I thought you did.
No,
I thought you
not
went
at
with
all.
him. I thought you went with him.
No, because I knew the whole time I was picking.
Well,
Justin
see,
Fields.
when you look at Jalen Hurts, I mean, the dude is so strong. He can run like a running back. You look at the offense with Kyler Murray last year. Their offense was set up to where if he wasn't gunning down the field, he could take off and he can make plays. Jalen Hurts isn't quite maybe as fast as him, but he's still the same kind of type of player.
Yes,
he can still make those plays.
I agree.
So I mean, it's just like bringing in another Kyler Murray.
No. But how much did we lose to Kyler Murray by? What was the final score?
He just asked who has a better season. That's all he asked. Who's going to have the better year?
I'm just asking you real quick. West Virginia lost by what? 3 points? How much was it?
Yeah.
Three
Yeah,
points.
it was
Oklahoma.
3. Yeah.
I feel like the accuracy that Jalen Hurts has, he will miss some of those passes that aren't to Hollywood Brown that will cost them being so great, winning those games that Kyler Murray was able to win. I like Jalen Hurts. I love his persona. I love the way he acts. I love the way he's a teammate. I don't feel like he's as accurate as Kyler Murray or some of them other quarterbacks. So for me, I go Justin Fields.
Justin Fields
up at Ohio State.
Next.
And I'm not really scared of
You're not scared of Jalen Hurts.
I'm not scared of it.
So just because he's not as good as
What
Kyler
about
Murray,
Kelly Bryant?
Wait, real quick. Just because he's not as good as Kyler Murray, you're not afraid of him?
Real quick, I want to say this clear for everybody here. Jalen Bartholomew Hurts.
Not his name.
Bring yourself to Morgantown.
He doesn't have to.
Or stay in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I don't
go
care.
to Norman.
I'm not scared of you. You can't throw the ball. I love you.
Oh,
I love
now he's not going to miss some of the throws. He can't throw the ball.
I love your spirit, man. Who doesn't love Jalen Hurts? Jalen Bartholomew Hurts. Who doesn't love him?
I can't wait for Jimmy to be reminded of this.
I'm not scared of you, Jalen Bartholomew Hurts.
All right.
For the record, put it down.
Kyle Dalton asked Tate Martell in Miami. What about him?
I hope so.
No.
Look, people don't
I
like
hope
Miami.
he's terrible. I hope he's terrible.
West Virginia
I don't see
fans
it.
hate
I really
Miami.
don't see it.
I love the U. I don't want to say that publicly, but I will. I've always really liked the U. I hope he's good. I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
I used to love the U too, but then
he ran away from competition after saying he was going to beat him out. He said, don't swing and miss twice to Justin Fields, and then left.
No, you're right, and I don't like that. I don't like his attitude in general. But the thing, I lost any kind of like nostalgia with Miami when they went to Adidas uniforms. I just got to be honest.
That's true.
It changed everything for me the swagger was gone. They tried to bring it back with the chain, the turnover chain. The turnover chain was major.
Really
but the Adidas, man, I can't do it.
I'm just thinking about the
Kane
old
reacted.
school.
It came to so many copycats of the turnover item.
But ours was the best. Ours was the best copycat.
No, it was the worst. But
Real
anyways,
quick.
I love the coal
quick.
miner helmet myself.
I love it too. The players loved it. Also, checks over stripe. That part for life.
all I know is Santana Moss, Ed Reed, Jonathan Vilma, Ray Lewis, Jeremy Shockey, Bubba Franks,
K2.
Gore. These dudes at Miami back. Look, you can say what you want about USC. You can say what you want about Alabama. You can say what you want about Clemson. Nobody has had the swag that the University of Miami had. Like they said, the University of Miami invented swag.
Real quick.
Yeah, but they were also just some bad dudes. I mean, like, no one wanted to play Miami around that, in that era.
Yep.
I mean, they were just some bad dudes.
Number 2 mom, a.k.a. Cynthia C.J. Johnson, is predicting good football and good basketball. So we can't wait. And Just Dustin calls Jeremy out by saying, you love the U? What? Sounds like a turd cat to me, herd hater.
Just Dustin.
We can go through all of.
Look. I can get real on a lot of stuff. I love the Mountaineers through and through. I did like watching great teams play. And Miami had this swagger and this Deion Sanders, this Randy Moss, this.
They were just electric.
I'm gonna show you.
They were entertaining. It's
I'm
like the
better
Golden
than
State
you,
Warriors.
and I'm gonna prove that I'm better than you.
And I'm gonna tell you the whole time.
And when the teams when teams can back up who they are,
herd hater laughed at turd cats.
I'm impressed with it. I'm just being free. I'm impressed with it.
Yeah, look, so I do. I like watching greatness. I'm not a hater. I'm with Jeremy. I like watching greatness. I'm not a Golden State Warrior fan. I'm a fan of greatness. So I like to watch it. But my emotions aren't involved if Miami.
All right, so we have a couple minutes left. We're talking about greatness. We're talking about good teams. Final Four. Who do you want to win? I know it's tough.
No, I want Auburn to win.
Auburn?
I got Auburn.
I like it.
I got Auburn.
There's something about it I like
it.
I want to see Charles Barkley go buck wild, excited.
As he wins millions of dollars in his betting schemes. That's the only reason why you see him get excited.
I mean, but at the same time, I want Auburn to win, but I think after watching Michigan State handle Duke like they did, I don't see them losing. I really don't. But I would like to see Auburn win.
Coach K got out-coached. I don't think Bruce Pearl will get out-coached like that.
Oh, yeah.
Coach K got out-coached bad, and Izzo's great. But real quick, Dylan, we got to go, so we'll talk to you soon.
I go Texas Tech for the record. I don't know why I go Texas Tech.
Thank you for calling in. Again, sports fans.
All right, no problem.
This Saturday, sports fans, Tays Valley, 12 to 4, and then from 4 to 6, I believe, special. There'll be Trevon Wesco, Gary Jennings, David Sills, David Long, Will Greer.
Everybody. Anybody who's there should be there. Everybody in the state of West Virginia. You want to see these players, big-time players. This doesn't come around every 10 years. This is like pretty much once in a generation, all these players showing up in the same spot.
And in the same spot and going to be drafted playing on Sundays. And I will be co-hosting your boy, I Also Hate Pitt, a.k.a. Brandon Phoenix, the RVK representative.
That's right, and JN Fiend will be at work.
So shout to Chad Rogers and sports fans. Shout to all of our sponsors, The Pizza Place, Sandwich U, Swill Dog, Shrinkables, and Astorg Auto.
Yes, Swill.
And also the quintessential businessman and international world traveler, Mr. Jim Ashley.
Who will be with us next week.
Holla at your boys. Thank you guys for joining us once again.
It's a hut.